I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Well, awfully good viewers, Thanksgiving has fallen upon us yet again, a time where we can celebrate many great American traditions: family, football, and this year we can add another tradition to the list: Rocky Balboa. Yes, the legendary Italian stallion played by Sylvester Stallone is back for one last round, this time outside the ring as he hands off the franchise torch to Michael B. Jordan in Creed. So as we hope Stallone doesn't ruin the great note this series ended on 9 years ago with Rocky Balboa, we at least know it can't go as bad as the last time Stallone tried to close out this series with the infamous 1990 entry, Rocky V. After Rocky Balboa basically went from relatable underdog to straight up action hero in the last few films, Stallone wanted to cap the series off by bringing it back to its roots, namely in handing his directorial duties back to John G. Avildsen, the director of the first Rocky, who drove the flick to Oscar Gold. That's right, no more homoerotic jogging, no more superpowered Russians, no more goddamn robots. Stallone was bringing Rocky back to Philly and closing out his series on a good note, opening the film during the 1990 holiday season against a little film called Home Alone. And so Balboa got his ass whooped not just at the box office, but with critics as well, with even Stallone rating the movie a 0 when he was asked to rate the Rocky movies.
Rocky 5.
0.
No, was it that bad, Rocky 5?
Yeah, it was bad.
I mean, come on, Rocky. This movie isn't that bad, is it?
It's so bad! It's so bad!
Now, Rocky, I think you're overselling this movie a bit. Admit it. It stinks, doesn't it?
That's right, it stinks!
That's what I thought. So we open up by catching up on the events of the last movie, with Rocky overcoming all odds to defeat Ivan Drago and practically end the Cold War. But as you might expect after having your head caved in by a biologically perfect Russian Superman, Rocky starts to experience some after effects, but shrugs off his trembling hands and flies back home to America to greet his son Robert, played by real-life son Sage Stallone, who sure did grow a good 5 goddamn years in the few days between this and the last movie. Also waiting for Balboa is the flamboyant boxing promoter George Washington Duke, who goads Rocky into duking it out with his championship boxer Union Kane. And can we just call these guys Don King and Mike Tyson? Because that's who they obviously are.
I'm talking about a fantastic international extravaganza called Letting It Go in Tokyo.
Let it go, ayo. But Rocky shrugs off the offer and returns home, where he's shocked to find out his brother-in-law Paulie accidentally gave power of attorney to Rocky's crooked accountant, meaning that the Balboas are now more or less bankrupt. On the other hand, Rocky finds out that he's got irreparable brain damage from the Drago fight, which means Rocky can't box to make his money back, and which definitely explains that speech he gave at the end of 4.
If I can change, and you can change, everybody can change.
Mickey Mouse, feline genitals, Bush's baked beans. So Rocky retires and declares bankruptcy, even though selling that fucking robot could have easily paid back for their house, forcing Rocky to move back to Philly in his same old neighborhood and wear his same old clothes while Adrian goes to work her same old job. How utterly convenient. But what's different this time is that Rocky is approached by aspiring boxer Tommy Gunn, as played by real-life boxer Tommy Morrison, to be his trainer and manager, which Rocky reluctantly agrees to. And though Rocky helps mold Tommy into a championship boxer, he ignores being a father to his actual son in the process, while Duke tries to lure Tommy into the dark side and pit him against his mentor, creating this sort of neat Obi-Wan, Anakin, Emperor Palpatine dynamic, which makes Paulie, shit, I don't know, Jabba? This is the main conflict that holds back Rocky V. It wants to get back to the first movie's simple and gritty atmosphere. But when you've got such a cartoonish villain like Duke here wedging his way into the proceedings, it ruins whatever Stallone and Avildsen are going for. And you're never sure how to feel about Tommy in this movie either. Is he a good underdog like Rocky? Is he just a bad guy? Is he a good guy led astray? You're never sure. Though Tommy Morrison adds a lot of earnestness to the character and isn't too bad in the part, as long as you forget the real-life Tommy Morrison died of AIDS 2 years ago after denying he ever had HIV, was married to 2 women at the same time with the same name, and once saying in an interview, "You can't say to kids they're not going to get AIDS from sex. They're not, but you can't say it." So, there you go. Just a fun little tidbit for you. But as tonally confused and boringly formulaic as this movie can be, it's not without a bright spot here and there. Stallone does a great job as always in the part of Rocky, making his character constantly likable and jovial in the face of tragedy. I mean, there's nothing better than watching Rocky try to describe Christmas.
You know, Rattlers and Unbelievable is like a billion. Whoa!
And though you don't understand why Rocky neglects his son in favor of Tommy for so much of the movie, the chemistry Stallone and his real-life son Sage do share is genuinely touching, especially considering Sage's tragic death from a few years back. Also, Burgess Meredith's back from the dead cameo as Mickey is a welcome addition, and the final fight scene is definitely a highlight. Granted, it's way too short, it's undignified for Rocky to have his final fight in a gutter, and the movie apparently forgets the whole irreparable brain damage thing, but it adds a touch of brutality that's been missing from the Rocky series. And considering how the rest of this movie has just been in neutral, it kicks the movie into gear. And now that we have a way better ending for Rocky's story with Rocky Balboa, we can just shrug Rocky 5 off as a decent try that is not without its moments. But seriously, Stallone, whatever became of Paulie's robot?
Rest in peace, Paulie.
You're gonna drink whiskey and you're gonna crap vodka once you've started training for the awfully good drinking game. Take a shot or drink every time Rocky pulls the quarter behind your ear gag.
What's this doing in your ear?
Okay, so brain damage has apparently turned Rocky into every grandpa in America. Good to know. They cut to someone's face during a fight scene.
I don't know what we're yelling about!
Duke says, only in America.
Only in America. Only in America. Only in America.
Wow, movie. You even stole Don King's catchphrase too? You couldn't even change it around a bit, like specifically within the United States? You hear the phrase that adorns this movie's poster, go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it!
Go for it. Go for it.
And take a double shot when you hear them break out the rap remix of Eye of the Tiger.
I didn't hear no bell. One more round.
Well, as bad as this is, it's still more endurable than anything from Rocky the Musical.
It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight.
It stings! And on the nudie watch, part of the reason this is the only Rocky movie to get a PG-13, other than Creed, is from this scene where Rocky finds out his son has been making nude drawings of his French teacher.
I wouldn't show this to your mother because she don't understand French too good.
Well, you ought to know about foreign languages, Rocky. You've been speaking one over these past 7 movies.
On
On the enjoyableness continuum scale from Bull to Bruce, Rocky 5 isn't gonna fly now or anytime soon, but certainly goes the distance enough to ring up a Rocky 6 out of Rocky 10. All things considered, I'd still rather see Hannibal Lecter's version of Rocky 5.
Rocky 5. Let's do it now. That goes on the fucking box.
I'm Jesse Schaefer, JoBlo.com, wishing you all a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Now would be the time for me to do some sort of cute mashup of Thanksgiving and Rocky, so I'll give it a shot. It's the eye of the turkey, it's the thrill of the stuffing. Oh, fuck this, I'm not doing it. Happy fucking Thanksgiving!
Joe Blow, he sure likes to drink a lot. And Joe